Hello, everyone. So what are we going to be doing today? We're going to look at another birth chart. And of course, ideally, if I would have the specific situation, like the description of the situation or like the description of the problem that I can look specifically, right? Why it happened and what caused it to happen. But in this case, even if I ask the person like he or she decided like just to know about their past lives, and even about knowing the past lives, I mean, like of course, like it's interesting, right? Just by being like curious, like what happened, like what was like the main mistakes, but it's still in general. So ideally, if this person, right, after listen to this information may ask me like a specific question, ideally if it would be before the reading, right? But if this happened, we're gonna go this way. I'm gonna mention the main programs that I'm looking at, but if there is a specific problem, like specific situation, that's why basically the people will go to the regression session, because like something bothers like the person right now, right? And we're not going to look at the past lives just for fun, but we're gonna be looking what happened in the past that is causing this happening right now. And after we know, like in the regression session, we can heal that negative scenario. And it's not going to be repeating in this lifetime. And even knowing what happened can actually give us like a lot of understanding, right? So like numerology reading can give you a lot of answers. But if you want, like, you know what happened, right? But if you want to heal the situation, you would like ideally go to a regression session, right? That will give you like not just in general, but it will give you like specific information what happened in your personal case, right? According to this program. So going to the regression session, it can be like with a specific problem, right, that you experience, or it can be according to a karmic program. Like for example, like the most negative scenario, like for this person, we're gonna go to it right now, right? It's this program that is basically called love magic, right? So going to like through the regression session, we can go exactly and see what was like the first reason why this program appeared. And if you're going to look at this birth chart, right, this karmic numerology, I mean, like more about the karmic numerology I was describing in the previous videos. So if you need more information, just look at the previous. Like I guess in this one, I'm not going to repeat it. We're just going to go straight to the programs. So these three energies are like the most negative scenarios that were repeating not in one lifetime, they were repeating in several lifetimes. And if we're going to look at the person's chart, the same negative scenario is like exactly on the relationship line. So it's like our inner female, like in this line, is responsible like what we receive from the universe, like how we receive presents, and if we actually receive presents from the universe. And it can be like like money, it can be like a good relationship, like good health, like everything, and how we communicate with the other people. So like this love magic is not just like the main karmic scenario. It's basically something like that stands on the relationship. So this program is like super important for this person, right? So if we're gonna go to this, like we're gonna start with this one, but it's not like for somebody who's like watching it for the first time, it's not that like there's only negative scenario and nothing can happen, right? So there are some mistakes that we did in the past life, and something that basically is more like not a mistake, but like it's more the unlearned lesson. So we're supposed to be like doing this way, but we didn't do it, right? So we didn't use our potential, or we did something the opposite of what we're supposed to do, right? And that's why like we kind of like for this lifetime we choose different karmic lessons, so we want to learn what was unlearned like in the previous lifetime, right? So this is the most negative scenario, but also we have like our resource, right? So if we are like increase this energy, and basically this person was born with the energy of magic, right? So the person can create the reality that they want, as long as they're not doubting themselves, right? They're not kind of putting themselves in a negative scenarios, like going to depression and stuff. And basically, since like this is our resource, but at the same time, like this is one of our karmic energies, right? So like in the negative scenario of this energy, the person may experience like if everything is fine, like the person will still be experiencing some kind of like sadness, or like being depressed with no reason, or like making other people kind of like asking other people to show him like that basically they care, like they care about him, right? It's not just about this energy, it's about the whole program. Okay, so let's start with the program. So what happened? Why this program called Karmic Women? Love magic, right? With this scenario, what was happening? Like in the past life, and not just one lifetime, the person was doing like literally could do magic spells, right? So he was the one who was making other people either love him against like the law of free will, right? So he was making somebody to love him. Or he was the one, he was like some kind of like magician, or like I don't know the right word for this, but he was actually doing the magic spells for the other, like so people would come to him, like pay him money, and he will be making kind of like I don't know if it will be like some kind of like mixture, or like it will be like kind of like some words that he was saying, but basically there was something that he would be affecting the will of the other person and making somebody do something against the will, so like to love somebody, or like to change the decision, to make the opposite decision, but it was something that person was making the other people do against their will. So this is kind of like the law of mm, energy exchange was kind of like interrupted. So instead of like making basically not making, but you either love somebody and you accept that somebody doesn't like you back, right? But in this case, the person decided to go the opposite way. So it's like one of the scenarios. So he was making the spells like for himself, so he was making spells for the other people. But the other scenario, what else could be happening? The person was like so much in love, like he would be thinking that like this person is like the love of my life, no matter what, like the person would be like leaving him, or like not even like basically responding to his feelings, right? Like not even knowing it. Basically somebody loved him, right? But this person, like on the card that we're looking at, like one of the possible scenarios, what was happening? The person was like so much in love that he was dedicating all his life, all his love to just one person, instead of like being connected to somebody and basically like kind of like following the soul's scenario, that basically would be like bringing like or like opening up to something like really beautiful, because like every single like our soul scenario is like really beautiful, right? But like instead of doing this, like the person decided to go the opposite way. So he didn't listen to anybody, he didn't pay attention on like the signs of the universe or like whatever was happening. He was like too much in love with the other person, so he basically stop thinking about himself, not just like caring that somebody else around him may be taking care of him, or like loving him. He didn't see anybody, and he was the one who was basically not living for himself, he was living for the others. And what is happening in this lifetime, right? So like with this all, like first of all, it can be a lot of karmic connections, right? Especially with the people, if it was like literal the love magic that he was using, it was definitely a lot of scenarios. So with this karma, of course, like ideally the person can go to the regression session and cut off all of the karmic connections, right? So nobody would be attached to him and he wouldn't be attached to somebody else, right? So in the negative scenario in this lifetime, first of all, the person, besides being like depressed, like in the minus position, right? In the very minus position, because every single program has the potential, and the potential can be like like really opening up and opening up. In the very negative scenario, the person can be like experiencing some kind of like depression, right? Depression, sadness, and most of the time it's just because other people's opinion or how other people is treating him. So his karmic program connect to the people like 100%, right? So for some of the karmic situations, it could be like the person like was by himself and like just suffering on his own. So in this case, the person would be suffering just because of the others, right? So he would be feeling that somebody is not loving him the way how he wants to be loved. He would be asking his partner like to kind of like always hug him, always like say that how they love him. So he would be asking other people to show that he is loved. And what will be happening in basically, instead of other people will be showing him that, it will be the opposite. So like in general, the person will be like this lifetime, he will be like really soft, like really gentle, really beautiful, like but somehow like with this program, because like the other lifetime, like we influence like his somebody else like no love will this lifetime, what can be happening first of all in the very minor scenarios, like on this person, like all of his relationship, I mean like not all but some of them, like they will be kind of like scenario with the cheating, so the partner will be cheating on him, or the partner will be choosing between this person or the other, and he most of the time will be choosing the opposite person. So there will be always something connected with the relationship. So the most person's like kind of like pain point will be about relationship, about how do other people treating him, or how other people like showing how they like basically his idea of how people should be showing him love to him, right? And ideally in this situation he would be especially if this program is like all on relationship, right? So like he is definitely like asking other people, or like maybe not like literally asking, but like inside he kind of feels that um he's not loved enough, right? He didn't receive enough love from his parents, from his mom, from his significant other. But the person in, I'm saying like in a very minus position, right? Because like the person can be like already in his plus position, and he's the one who is giving love to the others, right? Because as soon as this lesson is basically on the plus position, the person like basically according to this karmic program, what we need to do basically, first of all, start loving ourselves, not trying to make other people love us, and like not asking them to show it the specific way, right? How we want it to be showed. But first of all, we accept other people how they treat us, and like we are not asking them for like whatever we want to be treated, but we treat ourselves the way how we want everybody else to be treated us. So with this program, like the love and like their relationship with the others starts from within us. So as soon as we're gonna start loving ourselves, right? And of course, like in a private session, I would be giving you like the not the exercise, but more like the energy practice, how to start doing that, right? How to experience love to yourself, how to open up your heart chakra. Or it can be done in a regression session, right? Which I do too, right? um, so what I was saying, so the first, what the person should be start doing, he should start loving himself, and after that, like the rest will be like the whole universe will be showing that he is loved too. And like if we're gonna look at the very center of the matrix, like it's basically showing us the other part, like the person need to love himself, so he would be sharing this love with the others. um and actually, this program in the plus position, it's a very beautiful program. It's basically, like, the people who were sent to this, like, right now, the earth, like, really raising the vibration, like, everybody's like experiencing a lot of drama in their life just because, like, karmic lessons are coming to the surface. And, like, it's more tense, but at the same time, like, it's more possibility to free all of the negative energy, right? And in this lifetime, we all come into with this specific kind of tasks, right? So from one side, it's a really hard lesson to start loving ourselves and to create a healthy relationship with others. But in this program, it's a really beautiful program because basically, if this person in plus in this program, he's the one who is like not just open his heart and treating everybody, not even treating everybody. He just like loves everybody, right? And in a good way, right? So it's basically, I guess, if we don't experience this feeling, it's hard to explain it. But at the same time, this is the person, just in presence of this person, people around him will be opening up their hearts without any exercise, without anything, just being next to this person, because like this person is basically like like a channel to provide this unconditional love. And the lesson is basically not just start loving them, like for this person, not just start loving himself or herself, but basically like open up his heart, so he will be like kind of like the translator of this energy, and it will influence a lot. Like, and if we're looking at this karma, like I mean this energy of globalization, right? So it will be something that will be affecting like the whole world. And the money energy that is definitely affecting a lot of people. um what else I can say? I guess we're gonna go shortly about this program too. So this is the part where we can see the talents, right? The talents and basically what negative scenario was in the past that now influence. And this is the same scenario that basically stays on the three energies that describe how we communicate with the people when we work, right? Our communication with the co-workers or with our partners, like business partners, right? So it's more communication, but connected with the money making, right? With our business. And this is a very interesting program. So basically, this is a program where the person, I'm not going to give you like the very, like the whole scenario, like, I mean, like what exactly was happening. It's again, like if we're going to go only in the regression session and look exactly at this program, how it appeared, right? But with this program, like the person had um what possibly person was able to have, right? So it's either was the knowledge, it either was the energy or the energy healing, right? So because like with this 11th energy, a lot of 11th energy even on the money line, or it will with this great program is like right there, we're gonna come back to this one. But basically, the person had something that really important and could really influence on other people and influence, like, like kind of like bringing people to another level of consciousness, right? But what happened? The person didn't value that. So he didn't value that, and possibly he didn't even use that. So in this lifetime, what could happen? What could be possibly happening, and what could be causing the person to kind of like go down to this negative scenario? Whatever the person is having, he's not in the minus scenario. He doesn't value it. So he already have a good health. He doesn't value it because like he has problem in the relationship, and all his attention will be in that relationship, right? His or her attention. Um, so, and in this program, it's actually, it's again, like, every program is open up like really beautiful. So in this program, so the person either don't value anything, don't like basically whatever is happening, like especially of his talents, he may be like really good, like visualizing something, or like really good, like connecting people with each other, or like really good at like, translating the information, or like spiritual knowledge according to these energies, right? But the person wouldn't value that. Like he wouldn't even look that. He's like, no, I probably cannot do this and cannot do that. I mean, like, and in the plus position is the person who cannot just like see the value of everything, like the value of every single moment, but he can show the other people that. So somebody will be coming and like basically they're like about to be like they want to kind of like suicide or something else, so it can be like really in their minus position. And with this program, the person can give them the meaning of their life, like point that there is definitely some value like in your life in every single moment of your life. So this is like a really beautiful program, but at the same time, like it's a really strong program. So for example, with this person, if like at one point of his life it probably was like a few points but basically if we're gonna take one situation where the person feel like he's not happy anymore at work, he's not happy anymore at his family, like at one point he's not happy with anything, it means this program is a minus. Of course, like there's definitely some negativity of the 18th of energy, right? But this program is like like a really strong potential. So this program can like really in the minus position destroy, like completely destroy, like the person's like mentally and like emotionally and like hopefully not physically, but and what the person should do, like for some time, even if he can, if even if he or she think that no, the person cannot leave work right now, right? He's like super tired, he doesn't care anymore, but at the same time, he cannot like leave the family or like leave the work right now. What he or she should do basically for some time, at least for 1 week, the person should go to absolutely different environment. Like he can like he or she can take a backpack and go like by himself, like alone, somewhere like to stay in the forest or like to go to like a tropical trip or somewhere. But as soon as you're gonna change the scenario, where you can be absolutely different, of course, like no, not working, or if you will basically work without work for 1 week, you should be doing the opposite. So you should be working as hard as you never work in your life. So as soon as you're going to do completely the opposite for at least 1 week, this program will be completely like going to the opposite. So this program will start giving, like, be in a plus position. So as soon as you feel like you're tired of everything, you want to leave everybody, you want to basically destroy everybody, just go by yourself for 1 week and do the opposite of what you were doing, and then you will be see the huge results. So um, just to know. So this is how this program works. I mean, like, about the money energies, the only what I'm gonna say, like, there's, like, if we're gonna look around the matrix, there is some circles, right? These different circles. So whenever, like, so basically, and these circles is basically the key, like the key that opens up the program. And for this money program, right, that basically what we were doing, what mistakes or what scenarios we were doing in our financial life that caused this program to appear right now. For this program, like, this is the key of the fourth energy. And we always check for this energy, like, and this is for this program too, like on the third, I mean, not on the third, but on the seventh chakra, right? So it means that this is definitely something that need to be healed. This is the scenario that, like, basically is like either negative money scenarios, like, of course, like that come in, in our childhood, but they're basically starting from our past lives that we received in a childhood and we carry them through the whole life. So this is something that would ideally be definitely like topic for a regression session that we're going to go and look at this program and this program too. So to open up, like, the gifts of this program, and this is actually so interesting, like how this program is about, like, finding the meaning of the value of the talents, or like for everything. This program is on the seventh chakra. So this program is basically gives you the clear vision of what you should be doing, like, right, the understanding why you're actually living on this earth, right? And in this program, like, the combination of this energy, actually from one side, they explain why the person has so many 11th energies, and the energy of the 11th is the energy of potential. So the person has definitely, like, not just physical potential, but like a huge energy potential. Like, this person can handle a lot of projects, can be having a lot of kids, a lot of ideas, and he or she has a lot of, like, energy and possibilities to basically work with everything. He's like multitasking person, and he has like a huge ability to heal. And in this case, like, I mean, like, if the program will be staying on the very bottom, like, of course, like, it's mainly healing with the hands. I mean, like, if this energy stays on the material karma, it can be healing with the hands too, right? So the person is able to actually do the energy healing, right? But it's not, it's one of the meaning, right? But if this program is basically on the very top chakra, right? So what was happening in the past if this karmic program stays there? First of all, this karmic program is like, um it's called like fear of magical abilities. And like I said, like in the other videos, like the program appeared just because like somebody was doing a lot, like not somebody, but it was like Julia Snigovaya who was doing a lot of regression sessions. And she was the one who basically gave the name of the programs, right? And she was the one who basically saw that the combination of these energies have the like similar scenarios. So she started to kind of like learn through that, and she discovered this program and how they affect our present life. So for this program, fear of magical abilities, in the past life, what the person was doing, the person had like great, like one of the greatest magical abilities. It was like, the some kind of like the spiritual person who was like in the Egypt temple, right? So who was working with the different like with the energies, like the energy of fire, the energy of the wind. So who was basically working with like who can influence the weather, right? So it was like huge magical abilities. But what happened? The person either did something wrong with them, consciously or unconsciously. Of course, like it can be done. We can see it only in the like in the private session, right? But something happened, and this something basically, like, the person has like this subconscious beliefs that if I'm going to be using my potential, so first of all, in the minus position, the person will never even believe that he has like some abilities, that he's like worth something, right? So it's basically kind of like these programs are kind of like really connected to each other, right? So the person will not be believing like in himself. He always will be doubting. And then in this case, like it's 11th energy here, it's 11th energy, like his resource energy is gonna go in minus, and like the karmic energy is gonna be like, in a plus position. So the person will be like depressed. The person will be judging himself, like judging the others. Like, so basically, like, will be in some kind of like depressed illusional world, right? And that's why like it's like the fourth key that basically it needs to be healed, right? And what was happening? So in this lifetime, the person is like doubting his possibility. He's not even looking at some kind of like healing or energy healing, and he's like a great potential. But with this potential, if it's like on the bottom, like on the very top chakra, this is something that basically what the person can be doing, the person can be changing other people's life by giving them the not even the understanding, it's more like the clear vision, or somehow it's not going to be like the energy influence on the physical body, but it will be like some kind of like that magical influence, which basically you can like in the conversation with this person, and somehow like he or she will be receiving the information for you, and this information will be energetically healing you. So it's from one side, it can be like, the person who can be like providing the energy, right? Sharing the knowledge. If you're gonna go look at the throat chakra, this is the person who can definitely share the knowledge, right? um and basically, this is the program that gives you the meaning of the life. So you either on your life purpose and doing something and helping others, or like with these magical abilities that are opening up in this life too. But if you basically are not seeing, like you don't have a clear vision, because like this is like some kind of like trauma that was in the childhood, according to this fourth key, right? That is basically blocking. You cannot even like in the minus position, you cannot even see like what is the purpose, right? What you can help people with, and this is like great talent, right? Like even looking at this, like this karmic energy and talent, or even look at the karmic energy on the very bottom, it's a lot of talents, right? So the person can be doing this and that, and basically it's like not just for a few people, it's for a lot of people. If you look at in the personal mission and in the social mission, like right here, there is a 21st energy, right? So it means that this knowledge will be affecting a lot of people, this talent will be affecting a lot of people. And the main part, not the main part, what one of the more like important parts. So basically, no, I guess I'm not gonna say this right now. I was about to say it, but like I don't think I should be saying it right now. So I guess it's whatever I already told. This is how it should be, because like whenever I feel like, I guess like it shouldn't be told like for everybody or something, but if it's just like not coming to the mind, then it's probably not for somebody to hear. Okay, so I guess that's the main idea. What I was like, not the main idea, but this is like some of the programs, some of the karmic programs. What was the person experiencing in the past, right? And what can be the situations in the present. But basically, like ideal, like I said, it should be something like, so for example, if you will be writing me the situations, like the situation that is happening, then I can look at your birth chart like more precisely, right? So I will be looking at exactly at this area, or like how this area connected with something else. So we got the idea of this person's chart, but if we doesn't know the problem like that is person experiencing right now, so maybe we should be looking at the different chakras, right? Or like different energies right now. But just in general, this is some information about his past lives. And what I think I'm gonna be doing right now. If before I was thinking, yes, I'm gonna be still probably doing looking at the comments in the YouTube session, but I mean like in the YouTube. But what I'm gonna start doing, I would probably be making a post in my page, and like once a week, I will be getting that comments, and according to those comments, I will be doing a kind of like a short answering the questions. So I guess that's what I will be doing. So if you want to get the information about your situation, just comment in the post that I will be posting probably today or tomorrow. Okay, that's it.